afternoon, YouTube. Hope everybody is doing well. Busy morning. It is Friday for me, so I have some check-ins. I've done my cardio. I've done my PT. Just coming back now and just doing the rest of the work on this lovely Friday. So, been a good week for me with regards to just updating you on the mini cut. We're obviously week 3. Have lost a total of 4.2 kilos. I expect 1.5 of that was probably water weight, so we're probably looking at sort of 2 and a bit to 3 kilos, which is fabulous. Body seems to be kind of very responsive, and I think a reason or reasons for that is, one, I spent 10 months not dieting. Okay, my food was in a very, very good place. I was eating a very, very nutrients dense diet. Wasn't focusing on being obviously in a calorie deficit. I was just doing four training sessions a week, obviously sleeping well. My hormones were also in a really, really good place before I started dieting, and I think that's really, really important, you know, making sure that your body is in an optimal place. Can you diet when your hormones aren't very good? I mean, yes, but it's never going to be as successful. So I personally think spending time, okay, before you do diet, making sure that your body's in a really good place is just going to mean that you're in a position where you then are going to have a successful phase. Because I am somebody that doesn't want to diet long term, because eating more food is more fun, right? Okay, and I'm always under the mindset of that I want to kind of get in and get it done, and I also want it to be successful. So yeah, we've had a good successful run. I have actually lost 1.6 kilos this week, which is actually quite a lot, and I definitely have felt it. It's interesting when you get lean, and when you get lean, how am I trying to describe this? So when you get lean and you have like a hard day, so let's just say, for example, on Wednesday, I was absolutely starving, like pretty much would eat a meal. 45 minutes later, I was like, you know, that hungry sort of feeling. You almost know that you're in a deficit and your body doesn't really want to get any leaner. So your body's almost sending you signals to be like, can you eat, please? But I think because I've done this so many times that I kind of know that that's going to happen. And I think overnight on the Wednesday, I then dropped a kilo. So basically my body's saying, I don't know if we want to drop body fat, but if you're going to stay in a calorie deficit, then we're gonna have to. So yeah, been obviously quite a big drop this week. I generally do feel really, really good. Other than the hunger this week, I have felt really good. Like energy's been really good, sleep's been really good, training's been really good. Actually, really enjoying the cardio, like feeling fit and just enjoying doing that. So actually, kind of feeling the benefits. And when you've kind of done a grow phase where my weight had gone from 58 when I competed, okay, and I pretty much started this mini cut at 71. So that's quite a lot of weight that I've gained. And obviously you're pushing food, you're pushing training. You do get to a position where actually you do actually feel a little bit tired and a little bit lethargic from at the back end of kind of a push phase. So actually this initial kind of going in, eating a little bit less, moving a little bit more, I do actually feel better for it, okay, which has actually been quite nice, other than, like I said, a few hungry days, but is kind of to be expected. I think when you're in a deficit, you are going to experience in the hunger, and sometimes you do have to kind of lean into it. So haven't had my check-in back from Dan yet. Be interesting to see what he says. Obviously he's not going to drop anything because, well, like I said, I've dropped 1.6 kilos. So I can't imagine that for whatever reason that he would want to drop it, but who knows? But anyway, I think there'll be no change. Obviously seen my check-in, do feel leaner, definitely feel kind of a little bit leaner through sort of the midsection and also the legs. And it's interesting, like building kind of muscle over the last few years. I've definitely noticed that my legs always used to be kind of like the last thing to come in. But I think where I've done quite a few preps where obviously you do get your legs really, really lean. And then obviously over time, I've built the muscle as well. I've definitely noticed that they kind of now seem to kind of come in. Before, it used to be all my upper body would come in first and then my legs would come in at the end. Whereas it seems to be now that my legs are sort of coming in at the same time as my upper, which is quite nice to see. So yeah, we've had a successful week. I am actually going out for a meal tonight, so I'm going to kind of take you through sort of today and tomorrow of kind of how I navigate meals in a fat loss phase. Obviously, when you're on prep, you don't have meals out, and I think the main reason for that is that one, the goal is extreme. You know, you're asking your body to get very, very lean, and that is an extreme thing. You've also got a specific time frame for that, haven't you, in the sense of that, you know, maybe your prep is, most preps are anything between sort of 16 to 25 weeks. Okay, so you've got a time frame with a specific goal, and you need that specific rate of loss. You know, and when you go out, ultimately you are making guesstimates, right? You know, the chefs aren't weighing the food. So, you know, you have to be quite meticulous, and that is kind of the difference. Whereas obviously at the moment, I am just running a mini cut for my holiday. There wasn't a specific weight. We haven't got a specific look. You know, it was just simply for me to just drop a little bit of body fat that obviously I accumulated in my growth phase. And also to just fit into my holiday clothes a little bit better. So I have got a meal out, and I'm going to kind of show you how I navigate that. And I've actually had a meal out pretty much every week in this fat loss phase, because the first week I had a baby shower. Friend had a baby shower, so I had there was like some sort of afternoon tea stuff, and then last Saturday we went for a Nando's, which was nice. So yeah, so plan of action for me today is I've got some more work that I need to get done. I'm going to take Winnie out for a nice walk. I've also got to go to the tip after work. I had a big sort out last weekend of just a load of crap, you know, crap that you just get in the house. You keep stuff and you think, I don't know why I kept that. So yeah, I need to go and do that. And then we've obviously got a meal out tonight. So far I've only had my breakfast, which is my oats, my whey and my nuts. So what I'm going to do with my food today is I'll have my next 3 meals as normal. Well, I'll have my meal 1 as normal. I've got my eggs on toast, which I'm going to have now. I'll also have my yogurt meal, which is the meal that I normally have pre-bed, but I just find yogurt is quite filling, so I'm going to have that in kind of the afternoon, and then I'm going to combine my meals. Instead of having, I have like a cream of rice meal, I have a chicken and rice meal, and a beef and potato meal. I'm basically going to combine those calories together, because then the meal that I'm going to have tonight is going to be probably, well, it will be more calories than my meal that I have. And that's essentially how I'm going to kind of do it. So yeah, so I hope you are all well, whatever phase you're in, whether you're in a grow phase, whether you're dieting at the same time. I'm going to get stuck into work now, and then I will catch you in a little bit.
Gonna have to film the rest of this on my phone, because apparently I've actually got no memory, so I need to, well, to be fair, I can go and delete some stuff. But anyway, it's turned into a not so nice day today now. And although we have needed some rain, I don't really like walking in the rain. Anyway, work is pretty much done now. It is hassle-free. Had some new clients to set up, some client messages, just making sure that everybody is good. We've had a good week. The team are all doing super well with their own little goals, progressing very nicely. So always good, always a pleasure to coach them. So just having my next meal now. So I'm having yogurt, I've got some chia seeds, I've got some whey, I've got some raspberries, and I've crushed some rice cakes up in there. It's quite nice. It gives like a little bit of a texture. Sometimes I have oats, sometimes I have rice cakes, and I do like to rotate my fat sources. I think there's lots of benefits to having different fats, and I definitely noticed when I started putting more of a focus on the quality of fats within my diet, I definitely noticed an improvement in kind of my menstrual, like PMS symptoms. Like I think everybody will experience like mild PMS symptoms. I think that's normal, but I think if you are getting kind of quite uncomfortable symptoms, then it's definitely a sign that you kind of want to look into that. And I've definitely noticed, I don't know whether it is just the fats, but when I started to kind of include different kind of nuts, chia seeds, using things like olive oil, obviously eggs, I have beef mince, sometimes I have salmon, I definitely notice like I don't really get any sort of PMS symptoms now. Sometimes I just come on my period, I'm like, oh, I've come on. Sometimes I know the week, like, you know, that feeling when you just know you're in the luteal phase. Like for me, I can sometimes just feel a little bit stressed, a little bit more anxious, but I've definitely seen an improvement. So yeah, don't neglect your fats. I think sometimes they're the thing that gets neglected because they've got the most calories in them. So obviously, you know, they are going to come potentially down in a fat loss phase, but they are very beneficial. And this is why also you shouldn't be striving to stay on low calories, because we should want a good array of, well, a good array of food, okay, to allow ourselves to function. So I'm going to have this meal now. Dan has got back to me. Obviously, like I said to you earlier, quite a big drop this week. So he has actually said to just go out and enjoy the meal tonight. His words were, I think, don't track the meal, don't track the macros, go and enjoy the meal guilt-free. And although I was, you know, I would go and enjoy it, I think for me and kind of like my mindset is that I probably would be sort of going into that meal thinking, you know, how many, you know, although you can't sort of essentially count the calories, sometimes they put things like that on the menus and stuff like that, don't they? But he's ultimately said not to do that. And sometimes, especially for being in a fat loss phase, I probably would be sort of more mindful. But if the coach has told me to go and enjoy a meal, then that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight. So far, I had obviously my oats, like I said. I had my eggs on toast at lunch. I went out for a walk with Winnie. I finished my work, and then I'm just having my yogurt meal now. And then I will have to go and do the tip run, which is never an exciting task, but a task that needs to get done. I haven't actually decided what I'm going to wear later, and I suppose we're going to walk to where we go. It's local, so it needs to be an outfit that I suppose I could just put a coat on. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have this meal now. Just going to chill for about half an hour. It has been quite a long, busy week. And then head to the tip, and then it'll be out for dinner tonight.
It's actually warmed up now, so
this is my outfit of choice. Not actually in gym gear tonight. This is from ASOS. I do like a two-piece. I do quite like floaty trousers, and sometimes I find it hard to get trousers that essentially fit my waist but then aren't ridiculously tight on my legs. So these are actually pretty damn good. So tip is done. I'm ready to go out and enjoy some lovely food. So I will show you. I probably won't vlog in there, because what they do is they put you on, although we're going with some friends, they put you on sort of tables of, like, with random people. So I don't know if random people will want me filming them. But I will show you. It's a Spanish themed night tonight. So not sure what we're getting, but some lovely Spanish food.
Slow cook, please.
What's that?
Good morning. We had a very lovely night. The food was Spanish themed, and I realised I forgot to film the starter. That was like olives, breadsticks, a few sort of like tapasy bits, which was really, really nice. And then the main, there was like, they basically just give you lots of little bits that you can basically just share. So there was some beef, there was some really nice cod that was in like a tomato-y kind of sauce. There was like a ragu, there was like a prawn thing, potato bravas, I think I'm saying that right. What else was there? Some salad. Yeah, really just really, really nice. So thoroughly enjoyed that. We went to, it's like a local place that does like a themed night. It's like the last Friday of every night. So we went to the Greek one, which is literally my ultimate favourite food, Greek food. Who loves? Comment if you love Greek food, because yeah, that is probably my favourite food. But it's quite nice to yeah, go to something different, because we don't really get out a lot. So we had quite a late night. I don't think we got actually back till 11, which for me, I'm normally in bed by 9, but I had a little lie-in today, so I'm feeling pretty good. So plan for today, I weighed myself this morning as well, and I'm up by 0.4 of a kilo, which is very, very normal. You know, I've eaten an off-plan meal, probably got more salt in it, probably got more, well, it will have had more calories than my current dinner meal. So very, very normal for that to kind of go up. And I think the important thing is to not necessarily just be reactive, and also it's having the ability today. Obviously the goal is that I'm still in the mini cut, right? So the goal obviously this week is to still make progress. So today I very much am back on plan with regards to my food. I've got upper today, so I'll take you through my upper body day, and I've also got some cardio to do, which I'm going to do. I've got 30 minutes of cardio to do, so I'll do that at the end of the upper session. So that's the plan. This morning Winnie is going to a birthday party. Her little friend that she hangs out with in the mornings. I quite often, when I take Winnie out, Buddy, her little friend, is also out, and he is 2, and he's having a little party. So I'm taking Winnie this morning to her birthday party. Well, not her birthday party, but to a birthday party. God, I literally sound like it's my child, but she literally is my child. She is my baby. So yeah, gonna go to the party this morning, to the dog party, and then we'll come back. I'm gonna take my breakfast with me, so I've already kind of prepped my oats, so I can take that with me, because I'm not quite hungry. It's 20 to 9, and I think where obviously we ate late, I'm not quite hungry, so I'm gonna just obviously have my breakfast meal, but I'm gonna take it with me. So I'll take you to the party.
That's cute.
That was a really good.
I just realised.
I think we'll have to pick them all up if I throw them all down there.
We will, yeah.
Nobody wants to throw them all.
honestly don't know how girls can go to the gym with nice hair and then leave the gym with nice hair, because I went with my hair down, and then this is obviously the state of me when I finish training. It's probably why I hardly ever make an effort with my hair, because I'm pretty much in the gym every other day, and more at the moment. We're obviously doing the cardio, but very, very good session. Good upper session today. Felt strong. Maybe it was the extra food from yesterday, but yeah, it's just a good session. Done my cardio, got a good sweat on, so haven't really got a lot on for the rest of the day. I've got a little bit of work and a little bit of admin that I can do, but I can do that on the sofa. So it is post-workout time, and then it's pretty much just chilling. Definitely going to be having an early night tonight, going to bed late when I'm quite anal with my sleep. I can definitely feel that I need to just have an early night. So what I might do with this vlog is roll this over to tomorrow, because I've got glutes and quads tomorrow, and I'm going to go back to Culture to train there. So yeah, I'll roll it over to tomorrow. More training. Yeah, that's probably about it. I need to get home. I need to get the aircon on. I'm sweating. I need to get home. Need to get my post-workout meal in me. Good morning. Another day, and the weather's actually looking much nicer today. So been up to Winnie on a walk, and we're just heading to Culture, the gym that I went to. That was probably a few weeks back now. So just going to go and be training quads and glutes. And I was actually joining me for today's session, so should be good to have a spotter. Little date in the gym. I weighed this morning, and my weight's basically back down to what it was pre-meal, so no damage, as they say, is done. But like Dan said, to be fair, the meal had dropped obviously 1.7 kilos last week, which is obviously quite a lot. So the meal probably done me some good, and I did have a really good session yesterday, so I am anticipating that I'm going to have a very good session. So yeah, I will take you through the session. Hopefully we get some PBs. I'll catch you on the other side. was a good session, to be fair. I can pretty much do my session there. Their leg press is the same as us. I have front squats. The only differences that I did today is they've got a kickback machine, whereas I normally do it on the cables, but it's really, really nice, to be fair. And then I have a reverse lunge on my plan, but I almost used kind of the glute builder, almost like a reverse kind of step up, which is the same kind of, put yourself into the same kind of position from a point of view of obviously stretching and loading the glutes. So yeah, very, very good session. I'm just having my post-workout now. So I actually have cereals, but I've run out of cereals. So I'm just having cream of rice, which it is a cereal. So, and it's an easy digesting cereal. So I do like this. So I've got the caramel biscuit flavour from Complete Strength. So having this meal now, I think when it comes to dieting, I often think that this is sometimes where people go wrong, in the sense of that obviously I had my meal out yesterday. Is it yesterday? No, Friday. And then obviously yesterday I went obviously completely back onto plan. And I think sometimes that's where a lot of people go wrong, is maybe that they turn the meal into maybe like a cheat day, and then it rolls into the weekend, and then potentially they have kind of extras on the weekend. Whereas I think having the ability to have the meal and then go back on plan yesterday, back on plan today, and like I said, my weight is already back down to what it was pre-diet. So I expect as the week goes on, it will obviously continue to drop. And the reality of it is, when you're dieting, there's a reason why you want to do that, right? You want to drop body fat. So there has to be an element of compromise. I think otherwise everybody would just eat what they want, and no one would be in a position where they would want to lose weight. So yeah, so I enjoyed the meal on Friday, but I very much am compromising in the sense of I like my meal plan, to be fair, and my food's not ridiculously low. I think where I've got muscle, also I've got quite a high output with obviously doing walks with Winnie. I am somebody that does struggle to sit still, and although my job, obviously I spend a large percentage of time sitting down, I've definitely noticed with me that I will like sit down for an hour and then I'll move around and I'll sit down. I don't sit, some people can literally just sit for hours. I can't do that. But it helps, moving. It definitely increases your NEAT. You can look at people like, for example, some people that fidget loads. They will burn more calories than somebody that just sits there. So yes, having this meal now, it is turned into not a nice day, even though I said earlier that it's looking like it's a nice day, but it's not actually looking very nice out there. So yeah, gonna have this meal. Got a little bit of work to do, a little bit of tidying up around the house. It's Sunday today, so I don't have any check-ins, but I do have some work and stuff that I need to get sorted, ready for tomorrow. So I'll take you through the rest of my meals. So far I've only had my pre-workout, which was my eggs on toast. I did have some intra, so some carbs in my training session, and then obviously I'm having my post-workout now. So yeah, have this meal, chill for a little bit, do a little bit of work, and then I'll have my next meal. Just having my third meal, which is chicken, potatoes, salad, and a bit of kimchi. And I definitely find from experience, high volume food in a fat loss phase can be very, very useful. So I think this is only like 300 and something calories, but obviously look at the size of it. So I definitely think when you're dieting, think about the volume of the types of foods that you pick. Good afternoon again. So, been for a walk, just sitting and doing some work now, and I'm just going to have my next meal. And I'm having it in a slight different order today, because normally I don't train first things. I have my oats and then have my pre, but I'm going to have my yogurt meal now. So I've got yogurt, fruit, peanut butter and some rice cakes in here. I'm going to have this meal now, and then obviously I'll have dinner, and then I'll have my oats
oats tonight before I go to bed. So same food, just a different order. And I think it doesn't really matter. I obviously have my pre and post workout meal around my training, and that's just because there's more carbs in those meals than my other meals. But I don't think, you know, sometimes people can get a little bit anal about sort of the timings of food. But the reality of it is calories in, calories out, alongside the quality of the diet, I think is the main thing that matters. So yeah, so gonna have this meal now. It's nothing really exciting happening on a Sunday. I do like to just have a slightly go slow day. So that's essentially what we have done. So I've got a little bit more work that I need to do. Winnie will need one more walk, and then it'll be dinner, and then early night tonight, because we have been getting up at sort of, I was joined that gym that you went to, and he's been getting up at 4:30 and training before work, and we get up at 5, so he wakes up. It's not really very long for me to go back to sleep, so I have been getting up at 4:30, 4:45. I've actually felt all right, to be fair, but obviously if you're getting up at that time, you need to be going to bed early, so obviously I'll be back up to 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, so I very much will need to have an early night. So I'm going to leave this YouTube here. Nothing really exciting is happening. I'm going to have beef, rice and some stir fry veg for tea tonight, and then it will be one more walk, and then it'll be bedtime, ready for next week. But like I said, mini cut is going well. Had the meal out, weight went up a bit, back on plan for 2 days, and the weight is already, well, not even a full 2 days, and the weight has already gone back down. And I think understanding that your weight, typically if you're going to go out and have sort of an off-plan meal, your weight is potentially going to go up, and I think not necessarily stressing about that, I think is really, really important. So if you've been losing weight on a certain amount of food and you're sticking to that food, you're not suddenly going to not be in a deficit. Obviously we know that your body adapts, but you just need to kind of ride with it, expect it to go back up, go back on plan, and you'll be absolutely fine. So thank you very much for watching. I will obviously be updating you next week. We'll only have, we've got 2 weeks left of the mini cut, because I go on holiday on the 13th of September, and we're going to be on the 1st of September tomorrow. So we've basically got 2 more weeks of dieting, and then I'm going to go on holiday and put it all back on. No, to be fair, obviously you know, everybody gains a little bit of weight on holiday, right? But the plan isn't, when I go on holiday, is to just regain all of the weight. And I'll be taking you when I go away, so that you can kind of see what I get up to on holiday. So yeah, I hope you are all well. I hope I haven't bored you too much with this vlog. Like I said before, anything that you want me to cover in more detail, my life is quite samey, hence why the vlogs are the same. But there we are. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.